Hi and welcome to another episode of Glebe TV. Today the points are easy gardening, low maintenance, lots of colour, evergreen, and finally tolerating those dry and sunny locations. Three types of plants really come into that category that are becoming extremely popular within the alpine group. They're the Sempervivums, the Sedums and the Echeverias. Why is that? Because they are ideal for what I've just mentioned. They can grow in all sorts of containers. A colleague of mine, when he took his house to bits, he got an old water tank from up in the loft. Fantastic. They just they'll tolerate anything. Broken pots. Just look on Pinterest and just see what the use of these three plants is being used for. And it's so simple. For example, Jaguar use Sempervivums on the top of their factory roofs. Very popular plant now for green roofs. Also Sedums will do that. They can be used in vertical gardens, any odd box, boot, shoe. Fantastic uses. And the main reason for that is because they are so tolerant and will tolerate that dryness. Now why will they do that? Well, quite simply, they have a very thick leaf and that contains an awful lot of moisture. And it's a bit like a cacti really, it's just full of water. And likewise with these three types, that does exactly the same. As I mentioned earlier, you know, broken pot for example, we have just found one here earlier on. Take the crops out, you can use those in other pots for planting, but you know, have some fun with them. They're ideal for trailing. For example, with the Sedums, you know, lovely, easy for trailing. Here we can actually sell you smaller ones, so therefore you could get some larger ones to go in the top. Other containers, like I say, with anything that you want to use. But one idea that I thought was fabulous that I've seen earlier on this afternoon, where they'd actually got three pots, one on top of the other, and they actually layered them, and it was just a fountain of these plants. The secret is really use a well-drained compost. John Innes number 3. Add to that probably 5:1 some grit. The thing is with these plants, they will tolerate the dry, they'll tolerate the wet, but only when it's free draining, as it has been in the last few days with all this rain, and it drains out. Please don't plant them in a heavy location. If you do, that's very heavy and sunny, then please remember, just add lots of grit. One or two lovely ones I'll come to. If you want lovely colour combinations, this Echeveria topsy-turvy has fabulous orange flowers, and again another one that is just completely foliage, but really nice as a centerpiece. And then you can put some of the smaller ones, for example, again this is a Sempervivum that you can actually commonly called house leeks, by the way, but again as contrast, and these produce lots of little ones that in game will trail over the side. So for something that's easy, colourful, in a sunny location, then remember the Sempervivums, the Sedums and the Echeverias. Enjoy your garden.